If you're already in a church family, make sure that you're praying for that community, praying for its future progress, praying for it to be able to, overcome any attacks or persecution or problems or a conflict. We want God to break through and intervene, not just for us, but for others. So it's a selfless process that we go through in order to get these needs met. And when those needs are met and when God blesses you, the next step is to, even before it happens, that's what that anticipation, expectation is all about. Even before the prayers are answered, we began to thank, express appreciation and gratitude, just giving God glory and praise for what he's done. Remember, for what he's done and for what he's going to do. And so we have to believe and know that that he hears and answers prayers. Now, I just got to be brutally honest with you. His prayer, when we ask, his answer is not always yes. Sometimes it's no. Every now and then it's wait. And then, a lot of times it's yes. But we also have to concede in that process when we hear a no, and we're sure it's a no, that he always has a better approach and a better option for us that may not be so evident to us in the right now while we're feeling this thing, while we're going through what we're going through. But he has an option that's even better. I can recall times that I've asked God for things and it just didn't happen, didn't come through. But each time, as time progressed, and I continue in this discipline, this devotion, this habit of seeking him and honoring him and blessing him and thanking him, each time he had a better option, something better than I could imagine. The word says he can do far more for us than what we can imagine or think. So we got to stop limiting God too. Part of the prayer process is to open up to God and say, God, what do you want to do? I got my own plan and my own, schedule and my own budget and my own direction and opinion. But God, go ahead and insert your plan, because I know your plan is tremendously more effective and more blessed than what I could possibly fathom. So we wait on him, we trust in him, we depend on him, we give him thanks in the whole process. And in that whole process, God will answer prayer. I know if you've been through some of these exercises that we've been suggesting, and this last practical piece is to do all those other pieces in terms of attributes of God, being thankful, considering what needs are. Now insert intercession. Praying for others. And then do this progressive prayer where we're reaching family, extended family, and on. And then give thanks, sincere thanks and appreciation. And continue to be thankful. One of the things about prayer is I remember my mom telling me early, and I received this as a blessing. She said to me, Roderick, let your life be a prayer. In other words, the scripture admonishes us to pray without ceasing. In other words, always be in constant consultation and communication with God. There's always milliseconds there between every choice and every decision and every action and every reaction. There are always milliseconds there where we can consult our God and get the wisdom and discernment and the insight and the guidance that we need to live our lives in such a way where our lives become a prayer, where we're honoring God with our thoughts, our deliberations, our actions, our attitudes. And the truth of the matter is, the more we conform to the image of our God through this whole process of prayer, the more we kind of get stuff done just like that, because we're in tune with his will. And he says, I'm going to give it to you if it's according to my will. When we think about, what does God require of us to express in a tangible way our appreciation for answered prayer? I mean, that's a logical thing to think about. Well, does he want anything back? Well, he wants our thanksgiving. And we can say that verbally in a prayer and express thanksgiving, but we can also live that out by honoring him with our lives. We can give to others. We can be more passionate about our lives, our lifestyles, our choices, our decisions being lined up with God's will. You know, all of that's an expression of appreciation when our lives become lives that honor God. We can give to the church, to others. You know, when we bring our offerings, part of that is, and tithes, that part of that is an expression of gratitude and appreciation to God for what He's done, for what He's doing, and what He's going to do. And when we, move out in obedience in those areas, God is looking at the whole gamut of our lives in terms of, are we expressing love? Are we demonstrating love? Are we displaying an appreciation? Are we willing to be extravagantly generous in terms of making room, even margin in our lives where we're responding to God in choices that we make, financial choices, relationship choices, and so forth. So, you know, I would love to say that everything spiritual is just either black or white. It's just on one side or the other. But all these spiritual things are really interrelated. So worship is interrelated to prayer. Prayer is interrelated to service. Service is interrelated to, the concept of discipleship, where we're evangelizing, reaching people. All these things couple together to honor God in such a way where He's more responsive to us. And in essence, we're the main thing is that we're more responsive to Him. You know, He hadn't gone anywhere. He's the one philosopher said He's the unmoved mover. He hadn't relocated. He's there for us. The issue is, are we drawing close to Him? And prayer is the powerful thing that we do that allows us to draw close to God. And when we're in close proximity to God, like they say, the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit.